Welcome to Fun Facts Daily, your source for just the good stuff. Monday through Friday, we're bringing fun facts and news you can use, all carefully curated to uplift and inform. So give yourself a break, relax, and learn something awesome in just a few minutes every day. Hi everyone, I'm Kyle Wood, and today we're going to be learning all about silver. But before we get into the facts, let's warm up our brains with a little challenge to see if you can tell fact from fiction. Consider this. Most of us know that if you leave a silver spoon or a necklace out for too long, it turns dull, dark gray, or black. We call that tarnish. Many people think that happens because the silver's reacting with oxygen in the air, similar to how iron turns to rust. But is oxygen really the culprit? What do you think? If you leave your silver out, is it going to oxidize and kind of rust in a way? We'll find out at the end of the episode. Now for your word of the day. Our word for today is argent. That's A-R-G-E-N-T. Argent is kind of a fancy word used to describe the color silver or the metal itself. In the world of coats of arms and medieval shields, argent represents brightness, purity, and innocence. It's often depicted as white or silver because in traditional heraldry, those two were considered interchangeable. The word argent comes from the Latin word argentum, which is derived from the Proto-Indo-European root arg, meaning to shine, or white. This same root is why the country of Argentina got its name. Early explorers hoped the region was filled with mountains of silver. When people use the word argent, they aren't just describing the color, but literally calling it a shining thing. Time for your daily high five, our top 5 fun facts about silver. Number 1. Silver is the most reflective element found on the periodic table. When silver is polished, it can reflect about 95% of the visible light spectrum, making it shinier than gold or even platinum. This incredible reflectivity is why silver has been used for centuries to create mirrors and high-end telescopes. Because it reflects light so efficiently, it's also used in solar panels to bounce sunlight onto collectors to generate green energy. The reason silver is so reflective comes down to its unique atomic structure and the way electrons behave when hit by photons. Scientists use thin layers of silver in specialized coatings for windows to reflect heat away from buildings, keeping them cool in the summer. Number 2. Silver has powerful antimicrobial properties that can actually kill bacteria and fungi. Long before we understood what germs were, people noticed that water kept in silver vessels stayed fresh much longer than water in wooden or clay pots. Ancient civilizations and even early American pioneers would drop a silver coin into a jug of milk to keep it from spoiling for long journeys. Modern science has confirmed that silver ions penetrate the cell walls of bacteria and disrupt their ability to function or reproduce. Today, this silver bullet for germs is used in everything from medical bandages to specialized athletic clothing aimed at preventing odors. You can even find silver linings in some washing machines and water purification systems used by NASA on the International Space Station. It's a natural defense system that works without the need for harsh chemicals or synthetic antibiotics. Number 3. Out of all elements known to humanity, silver is the best conductor of electricity. While we often use copper for wiring in our homes because it's cheaper, silver actually allows electricity to flow through it with less resistance. On the scale of electrical conductivity, silver sits at the very top, even beating out gold, which is more famous for its use in electronics. Because it's so efficient, tiny amounts of silver are essential components in almost every electronic device you own, from smartphones to laptops. A single cell phone contains about 30 milligrams of silver, which helps the circuit boards process information at lightning speeds. And it goes beyond our personal gadgets. Silver is crucial for the switches and contacts used in heavy-duty electrical grids and automobiles. Number 4. Most of the silver produced today is actually just kind of a bonus or a byproduct while mining for other metals. It's quite rare to find a mine that produces only silver. Instead, about 2/3 of the world's silver is a byproduct of mining for copper, lead, and zinc. When miners dig deep into the earth to find these base metals, they often discover silver veins mixed in with the ore. This makes silver a unique commodity because its supply often depends on how much of those other metals are being dug up. The process of separating silver from these other metals involves complex chemical reactions and high heat smelting. Historically, the famous Comstock lode in Nevada was one of the few places where silver was the primary treasure, sparking a massive silver rush in the mid-1800s. Today, Mexico and Peru are the leading producers, continuing the long history of extracting this bonus treasure from the Earth's crust. And our fifth and final fun fact for today: silver can actually be used to seed clouds and make it rain or snow. A compound called silver iodide has a molecular structure very similar to natural ice crystals, which allows it to act as a starter for precipitation. When planes fly into clouds and release silver iodide particles, water droplets in the cloud latch onto them and freeze. Once these clusters get heavy enough, they fall toward the ground as snow or rain, helping to manage droughts or clear fog. This process, known as cloud seeding, has been used for decades to help farmers in dry regions and to increase snowpack for ski resorts. While it sounds like science fiction, it's a well-established meteorological tool used by governments around the world. Now for some news you can use. If you have silver jewelry or silverware that's lost its shine, you don't need harsh chemicals to clean it, just a little simple kitchen chemistry. Line a bowl with aluminum foil, shiny side up, add hot water and a few tablespoons of baking soda, then soak your silver items so they're touching the foil. Before you know it, your silver will be bright and shiny because of a process called electrochemical reduction. The aluminum foil has a higher affinity for sulfur than the silver does. When they touch in the baking soda solution, the sulfur atoms literally jump from the silver to the aluminum, leaving your silver bright and clean while the foil turns dark. It's a fast, safe, and fascinating way to see science in action right in your own home. Now for the moment you've been waiting for. At the beginning of the episode, I asked, does silver tarnish because of oxidation? Well, this one's a fallacy. While iron reacts with oxygen to rust, silver is actually very stable in pure oxygen. The real culprit, as I said before, is sulfur. Specifically, hydrogen sulfide gas found in tiny amounts in the air or in things like eggs and onions. When silver meets sulfur, it creates that dark layer of silver sulfide we call tarnish. So, if you want to keep your silver shiny, the trick isn't just keeping it away from air, but keeping it away from moisture and sulfur-rich materials. And that's why some people store their silver with a piece of chalk to absorb moisture and gases. Now, I hope you enjoyed learning a bit about silver with me today. Be sure to tune in every weekday for even more fun facts. Fun Facts Daily is an Airwave Media podcast. It was written, recorded, mixed, and edited by me, Kyle Wood. Thanks for sharing a part of your day with me. Be sure to follow Fun Facts Daily on your favorite podcast app so you can keep the good stuff coming your way every day. And if you like the show, please do me a favor and leave a kind rating, review, or just tell your friends about it.